Okay, this video is long overdue, and I apologize for that. I wanted to talk about a pretty important topic, in my opinion. Now, anything I'm going to say in this whole video is my opinion only. You might disagree totally, and that's cool. We're meant to disagree on things. I want to talk about some things. I want to talk about what I want to do with this channel. I know this channel has been all over the place. The last video I released, I talked about a credit card that I own that I really, really like. And if you like credit cards, which I'm assuming you do because, you watch some of my stuff maybe, and you're into some kind of finance, so maybe you want to check out that video and see why I like the Chase Sapphire Preferred so much. And if you don't give a shit, that's fine. I still want to talk about stocks on this channel, but I also want to throw in other content as I see it fit. This channel for me has just been about having fun, just talking, and maybe helping some people from my own mistakes. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video is my mistakes. And there are many of them. I can't list them all in this video. But the primary focus of this video is stop buying shit companies. More importantly, I'm going to stop buying, in my opinion, not good stocks, right? 2020, 2021 showed us that no matter what you invested in, you made money. And unfortunately, I fell for the hype. I fell in that trap on my Robinhood portfolio. Now, mind you, I have other portfolios I've shown on this channel before. I have an M1 Finance portfolio, which I invest all in what I would consider blue chip stocks. I have a Fidelity account where I would say 80% of my money's in some kind of fund, whether it's an ETF, an index fund, or a mutual fund. And my Robinhood was always seen as speculative. At the beginning, when I started this channel, my Robinhood was more dividend, but that got boring to me. Unfortunately, I should have stuck with the dividend. So I kind of switched it up to more speculative stuff. And since the recent decline in the stock market, I've sold pretty much all of those stocks. I've moved money around, so not as much money is in this portfolio. And really, I don't trust myself with this portfolio anymore. And it's unfortunate. I've lost money. Obviously, if you go back to some of my videos and you see what I was doing, what I was investing in, totally lost money. That's unfortunate, but it's what I did because I'm stupid. So I wanted to show my current portfolio, at least on Robinhood, and you might look at some of these stocks and say, well, you're still stupid because some of these stocks, or maybe you think all of them, suck as well. And you might be right. Some of them probably are overvalued, but relative to what I was invested in before, I think it's not too bad. So I'm not going to talk about every single one. Intel, I only have 4 shares. I didn't put a lot of money into it. Kind of considering throwing a little bit more in as it goes. SoFi is like one of the only ones that I kept from the last portfolio video that is out there. But if we scroll through, I think the rest of these are newer to this portfolio. Marqeta's probably up there with SoFi in terms of speculative on this channel or on this portfolio. Well, I guess Bitcoin is too, but I still think relative to what this portfolio was before, it's not nearly as speculative. Now, sure, there's some speculative plays in here, but that's what this portfolio for me really is. Like I mentioned, Fidelity is mostly funds, and that's where you want the majority of your money. But for me, I get bored easily. So I like to have a little bit of money in things that I can actively manage, and that might be unwise, but that's what I do. So I want to talk about a particular stock as an example that I invested in before and I sold out of, and that is Tattooed Chef. Obviously, I didn't really know about this stock until a certain YouTuber started talking about it. You could probably guess who that is. And I didn't buy the stock right away when I saw his video. I went to Target, which was the only place I knew of that sold Tattooed Chef. I actually bought a burrito bowl. I really liked it. I'm not going to lie to you. And I thought, well, sounds good to me. That was my in-depth analysis of the company. Really, really dumb, I know. But that's what I did, I'm not one to look at balance sheets and financial statements. Maybe that has changed in my mind because now I look at the cash that this company has on hand. Let's go look at it and see how it's just like plummeting and how I don't see this company really, making up that ground. So here we are on stock analysis. I'm just going to go to financials here and let's just go to, if I can find it, balance sheet, cash and cash equivalents. And actually let's change this to quarterly. look at the decline of cash. So we go from, March of 2021 with $185 million in cash to March of 2022, so a year later, 57. So that's pretty dramatic. And profitability hasn't been looking any better. I'm still on the balance sheet, am I? So let's go to income. Profit margin, negative 24.36%. Look at the profitability here. So I'm starting to wise up a little bit with some of my speculative plays. Some of the stocks I have in this portfolio aren't profitable either, like Marqeta and SoFi. But I have much more faith in those two companies than I do in this. Something else I see in the future of Tattooed Chef, well, it's, they're in a rough spot. I saw they just acquired some debt from their last earnings call, but really they don't have many options. It might just end up being share dilution, which is unfortunate because their stock price is pretty low. I guess the theme of this whole video and the message I'm trying to get out there is buy good companies that you think are going to be around for the long term. Either make money or you foresee a plan of them making money. And don't follow all the hype you see online. It's easy, when you have your quote unquote boring companies, when you see other people on YouTube flaunting how much they've made on the speculative stock, and go with the flow, go with them and say, I can do that too, and start changing your investment strategy. Because I totally did that. I can understand how other people can do that too. I just wanted to make this video about this, and hopefully, you found some kind of value from it. I'm still going to talk about stocks on this channel. I still want to talk about credit card stuff and whatever else comes into my mind that I think would be fun to make a video on. This channel has been, for fun for me, and hopefully you find it at least somewhat enjoyable too. I hope to see you in the next video, and as always, take care.